Cats may seem aloof and independent, but beneath that mysterious exterior lies a creature with incredibly sharp memories, especially when it comes to negative experiences. These remarkable felines form deep emotional bonds with their human companions. But those bonds can be fragile and easily damaged by actions we might consider harmless. In this comprehensive guide, we'll uncover the most damaging mistakes that can irrevocably hurt your relationship with your feline friend. You won't believe how easily you can unintentionally destroy their trust, sometimes with consequences that last a lifetime. Cats possess extraordinary hearing abilities that far surpass our own. Their ears are finely tuned instruments capable of detecting even the faintest sounds, allowing them to pick up frequencies and noises that are completely beyond our human perception. This incredible sensitivity, while advantageous for hunting and survival, can work against them in our modern domestic environments. While you might perceive a vacuum cleaner as merely an annoying hum, your cat likely experiences it as an earth-shaking roar that threatens their very sense of safety. Now consider how they feel when we raise our voices in their presence. What we might view as a normal tone to express frustration, give a command, or even engage in everyday conversation, can come across as a threatening roar to your sensitive feline companion. This shift in perception creates more than just momentary discomfort for your cat. It has a profound and lasting impact on their trust in you as their caregiver and protector. When cats are exposed to loud noises or raised voices, they instinctively associate those sounds with danger, which can trigger deep-seated anxiety and fear responses that persist long after the noise has stopped. Research consistently shows that cats living in noisy environments are significantly more likely to display stress-related behaviors. These behaviors include hiding more frequently, showing increased aggression, developing elimination problems, and withdrawing from social interactions. The constant state of alertness and stress can even compromise their immune system, making them more susceptible to illness and behavioral disorders. The solution lies in understanding and respecting their acoustic sensitivity. The next time you need to correct your cat's behavior, use a firm but calm tone that conveys your message without overwhelming their delicate hearing. Not only will this approach be more effective in communicating your intentions, but it will also help your cat feel safe and secure in your shared home environment. Remember, your ultimate goal should always be to build trust and strengthen your bond, not to instill fear or anxiety. Picture this scenario. You bring home a new dog, expecting your cat to embrace their new sibling with open paws and immediate acceptance. Instead, your cat retreats to the highest perch available, hissing and swatting at any approach from the newcomer. This reaction isn't because your cat is inherently unfriendly or antisocial. Rather, it's because they're completely overwhelmed by the sudden change in their carefully structured environment. When cats feel cornered or forced into uncomfortable situations, they often resort to fear-based aggression as their primary defense mechanism. This behavior is their version of communicating a clear message: back off and give me space. Forcing them into new interactions without providing adequate time to adjust and process the change can create an avalanche of stress and fear that damages their confidence and trust in you as their protector. The key to successful introductions lies in patience and gradual exposure. Start by introducing the new pet or person, slowly and methodically. Swap scents using blankets, toys, or clothing from each party, allowing your cat to investigate and process these new smells from the safety and comfort of their own territory. This scent swapping technique gives your cat crucial time to mentally prepare for the newcomer and begin to realize that there's no immediate threat to their safety or status in the household. The same principle applies when introducing new people to your cat's world. Rather than allowing visitors to rush up to your cat with outstretched hands and enthusiastic greetings, encourage them to let your cat approach on their own terms and timeline. This patient approach makes your cat far more likely to build positive associations and feel secure in their expanding social environment. Remember, cats are individuals with unique personalities and comfort levels, and some may require weeks or even months to fully accept new additions to their family. Teasing a cat may seem like harmless fun to humans, but it's crucial to recognize just how emotionally and physically sensitive these creatures truly are. You might think that tugging on their tail, poking their belly, sneaking up on them while they nap, or startling them with sudden movements is all in good spirit and playful fun. However, from a cat's perspective, these actions represent something entirely different and far more threatening. For example, pulling on a cat's tail isn't just mildly annoying or uncomfortable. It can actually cause genuine physical pain and injury, as a cat's tail is a direct extension of their spine, containing numerous vertebrae, nerves, and muscles. What appears to be a simple appendage is actually a complex and sensitive part of their anatomy that plays crucial roles in balance, communication, and overall well-being. What makes teasing particularly damaging is that cats possess remarkable memories, especially when it comes to negative experiences that cause them distress or pain. That single instance of tail pulling or startling may stay with them for an extended period, slowly but steadily eroding their trust in you over time. They might become increasingly cautious around you, actively avoiding your presence, or even begin showing defensive behaviors like swatting, hissing, or hiding when you approach. In some severe cases, repeated teasing and harassment can lead to a serious condition called hyperesthesia syndrome, where a cat becomes hypersensitive to touch, especially around their back, tail, and hindquarters. When this condition develops, even the gentlest petting or stroking can feel unbearable to your cat, making it extremely difficult for them to relax and enjoy your company. This creates a tragic cycle, where your attempts at affection become sources of discomfort and stress. Instead of indulging in teasing behaviors, consider finding constructive ways to engage your cat that promote positive interactions and strengthen your bond. Play with them using appropriate toys that trigger their natural hunting instincts, such as feather wands, laser pointers, or interactive puzzle feeders. Offer gentle strokes and scratches when they voluntarily come to you seeking affection, and always respect their signals when they've had enough interaction. Cats may appear to be simply lounging around throughout the day, but their extensive sleep patterns are far from lazy behavior. These long naps are actually essential for their physical and mental well-being, with most cats requiring up to 15 hours of sleep each day to properly recharge their energy for the activities they love, including hunting, pouncing, playing, and maintaining their overall health. You might think that waking them up for a quick cuddle session, to share a funny moment, or to engage in play, could be harmless and even beneficial for bonding. However, this seemingly innocent interruption can actually cause significant stress and disrupt their natural sleep cycles. Imagine someone consistently waking you up every hour during the night for non-essential interactions. You would quickly become irritable, exhausted, and resentful of the person disrupting your rest. Cats experience similar frustration and stress when their sleep is regularly interrupted. Their sleep patterns are carefully regulated by their internal biological clocks, and disrupting these patterns can lead to behavioral changes, increased anxiety, and even health problems. Many cat parents have shared stories of how their normally affectionate and social kitties began avoiding them after repeated sleep interruptions, demonstrating the lasting impact of this seemingly minor transgression. The lesson here is simple but profound. Let sleeping cats lie. Your bond with your feline companion will grow stronger and more trusting if you respect their need for uninterrupted rest. Instead of waking them for interaction, wait for them to naturally wake up and seek your attention. This approach shows respect for their autonomy and natural rhythms, which cats deeply appreciate and remember. We've all encountered and perhaps even shared videos of cats being startled by cucumbers, squeezed into elaborate costumes, or subjected to various pranks that seem hilarious to human observers. While these clips might generate laughter and social media engagement, they can be genuinely distressing and traumatic for the cats involved. Take the infamous cucumber prank, for instance. When a cat discovers a cucumber suddenly placed behind them while they're eating or drinking, they don't see a harmless vegetable. Instead, they perceive what appears to be a potential predator that has somehow invaded their safe space without their knowledge. The fear and panic they experience in that moment is genuine and intense, not comedic entertainment. This type of startle response can lead to long-term anxiety, distrust of their environment, and even behavioral problems like elimination issues or aggression. Similarly, while costumes and outfits might create adorable photo opportunities for social media, they often restrict your cat's natural movement and make them feel trapped, vulnerable, and helpless. Cats rely heavily on their ability to move freely and escape quickly when they feel threatened. When confined in clothing, they lose this crucial sense of control over their environment and safety. Many pet owners have discovered the lasting consequences of these seemingly harmless pranks. One cat parent shared how their feline refused to come near them for several days after attempting to dress her in a pirate costume for Halloween photos. The poor cat interpreted the experience as a betrayal of trust rather than a fun photo opportunity, demonstrating how differently cats and humans can perceive the same situation. Instead of using your cat as a source of comedic relief or entertainment, focus on activities they genuinely enjoy and find enriching. This might include interactive play sessions with appropriate toys, creating climbing structures or hiding spots, providing puzzle feeders that challenge their intelligence, or simply allowing them to bask in sunny windows while observing the outdoor world. Cats are indeed natural-born hunters, and their play behavior often mirrors the sophisticated skills they would use in the wild, including stalking, pouncing, wrestling, and yes, even controlled biting. While this type of play is completely normal and healthy for cats, problems arise when playtime becomes too rough or when humans inadvertently encourage inappropriate play behaviors. Many people mistakenly believe that cats enjoy rough housing and physical wrestling with human hands and feet. The truth is that cats learn how to interact with us based entirely on how we teach them to play during their formative months and years. When you chase your cat with your hands or feet, encouraging them to swat, grab, or nip at your extremities, it might seem adorable and harmless when they're tiny kittens. However, as they grow larger and stronger, those playful nips can quickly escalate into painful scratches, deep bites, and aggressive behaviors. This type of inappropriate play creates confusion in your cat's mind, causing them to associate your hands and feet not with gentle affection and care, but with aggressive play and potential conflict. This association can have lasting consequences for your relationship, making routine activities like petting, grooming, or medical care much more difficult and stressful for both of you. Learning to read your cat's body language during play is crucial for maintaining appropriate boundaries and ensuring positive experiences. Watch for warning signs that indicate your cat is becoming overstimulated or stressed. These signs include flattened ears pressed against their head, a tail that flicks rapidly back and forth, dilated pupils that make their eyes appear larger and darker, and tense body posture. When you notice these signals, it's time to immediately stop the interaction and give your cat space to calm down. Pushing your cat beyond their comfort level not only ruins the immediate fun but can also make them wary and anxious about future playtime sessions. Instead of using your hands and feet as play objects, stick to appropriate toys like feather wands, laser pointers, catnip mice, or interactive puzzle toys that keep your extremities safely out of the game while still providing engaging and satisfying play experiences. Declawing represents one of the most misunderstood and devastating practices in cat care. Yet it continues to be performed in some regions, despite overwhelming evidence of its harmful effects. This procedure is not simply an enhanced nail trim or a minor cosmetic surgery. Declawing is actually a complex surgical procedure that involves the complete removal of the last bone of each toe, making it equivalent to amputating the tip of each human finger at the last joint. For cats, this procedure is not only physically excruciating, but also life-changing in ways that create permanent physical and psychological damage. People often choose declawing as a solution to destructive scratching behavior, but the consequences are severe and far-reaching, affecting every aspect of a cat's life and well-being. Declawed cats frequently suffer from chronic pain that persists for the remainder of their lives, making every step feel like walking barefoot on sharp gravel or broken glass. This constant discomfort leads to significant behavioral changes that can strain the human-cat relationship. Many declawed cats develop litter box avoidance because the texture of litter becomes painful against their sensitive, permanently damaged paw pads. This creates hygiene and cleanliness issues that often result in cats being surrendered to shelters or abandoned. Without their primary defense mechanism, declawed cats also become more likely to bite out of fear, frustration, and desperation when they feel threatened. Since they can no longer use their claws to communicate boundaries or defend themselves, biting becomes their only remaining option for self-protection. This behavioral change often makes them appear more aggressive and unpredictable to their human families. The psychological impact of declawing extends far beyond physical pain. Cats rely on their claws for numerous essential activities including balance, territory marking through scratching, stretching their muscles and tendons, and expressing natural behaviors that are fundamental to their well-being. Removing their claws strips away crucial parts of their instinctual behavior patterns and leaves lasting psychological trauma that affects their confidence and mental health. This practice is so inherently harmful and inhumane that many countries around the world have completely banned it, recognizing it as a form of animal cruelty. Veterinary associations in numerous nations have taken strong ethical stances against declawing, acknowledging that the procedure causes unnecessary suffering without providing any medical benefit to the cat. Fortunately, there are numerous humane and effective alternatives available for managing scratching behavior. Regular nail trimming, when done properly and consistently, can significantly reduce the damage caused by scratching while maintaining the cat's natural defense mechanisms. Nail caps, which are soft protective covers that fit over a cat's claws, provide another excellent option that prevents furniture damage without causing pain or permanent alteration. Providing multiple scratching posts and pads throughout your home, placed in strategic locations where your cat naturally wants to scratch, encourages appropriate scratching behavior while protecting your furniture. These scratching surfaces should be tall enough for your cat to fully stretch, stable enough that they won't tip over during use, and made from materials that appeal to your individual cat's preferences. Have you ever noticed how cats seem to have carefully chosen favorite spots for every activity in their daily routine? Whether it's their cozy sleeping bed tucked in a quiet corner, the highest perch of their cat tree that provides an excellent vantage point, or even your laptop keyboard that mysteriously becomes irresistible whenever you're trying to work, cats are intensely territorial creatures with complex spatial needs. Their need for defined territory goes far beyond simple convenience or comfort preferences. Territory represents how cats feel safe, secure, and in control of their environment. This territorial behavior is deeply rooted in their evolutionary history and remains a fundamental aspect of their psychological well-being, even in domestic settings. Cats mark their territory using scent glands located on their cheeks, paws, and other parts of their body. These invisible scent markers are like personalized do not disturb signs that help them navigate and feel comfortable in their world. When they rub their cheeks against furniture, knead with their paws, or scratch specific surfaces, they're not just showing affection or maintaining their claws. They're actively creating a scent map that defines their safe spaces and helps them feel emotionally secure. Now imagine what happens when someone suddenly rearranges their carefully organized belongings, moves their litter box to a completely different location without warning, or disrupts their established territorial boundaries. This disturbance doesn't just inconvenience them or require a simple adjustment period. It fundamentally shakes their sense of security and control, creating anxiety and stress that can manifest in various behavioral problems. Many cat owners have experienced this firsthand when making seemingly minor changes to their home environment. One cat parent shared how her normally social and confident cat began avoiding the living room entirely after she moved a scratching post from its established location to a different spot across the room. From the human perspective, this change seemed insignificant and perhaps even more convenient. However, from the cat's perspective, the new arrangement felt foreign, unsettling, and potentially threatening to their established territorial boundaries. The solution lies in understanding and respecting your cat's territorial needs, while making any necessary changes gradually and thoughtfully. If you must rearrange furniture or move your cat's belongings, do so slowly and consider their perspective throughout the process. Allow them time to investigate and re-establish their scent markers in new locations, and be patient as they adjust to changes in their environment. Disciplining a cat presents unique challenges that many pet owners struggle to understand and navigate effectively. Unlike dogs, who often respond well to structured training methods and clear hierarchical relationships, cats operate according to entirely different social and psychological principles that make traditional discipline approaches not only ineffective, but actively harmful to your relationship. Cats simply don't respond well to scolding, yelling, physical punishment, or other harsh correction methods that might work with other types of pets. In fact, aggressive disciplinary approaches like spraying them with water, forcibly moving them, poking their nose into messes they've made, or shouting at them, typically have the opposite effect of what you're trying to achieve. Instead of learning what behavior you want them to avoid, your cat will likely become fearful and distrustful of you as a person. The fundamental problem lies in how cats process and interpret punishment. Cats don't understand discipline the way humans do, and they don't make the logical connections we expect them to make. When you punish a cat for scratching the couch, they don't think, "I shouldn't scratch the couch because it upsets my human." Instead, they think this person is unpredictable and scary, and I need to be more cautious around them. This fear-based learning creates anxiety and stress rather than behavioral improvement. Over time, this fear and anxiety can escalate into more serious behavioral problems, including aggression, elimination issues, excessive hiding, and complete withdrawal from social interaction. These secondary problems often become more challenging and disruptive than the original behavior you were trying to correct, creating a cycle of frustration for both you and your cat. Research consistently demonstrates that positive reinforcement methods are far more effective and humane than punishment-based approaches when working with cats. Instead of focusing on what you don't want your cat to do, concentrate on rewarding and encouraging the behaviors you do want to see. When your cat uses their scratching post instead of your furniture, offer praise, treats, or playtime. When they use their litter box consistently, acknowledge their good behavior with positive attention. This approach requires patience and consistency, but it builds trust and cooperation rather than fear and avoidance. A cat that feels safe, loved, and understood is naturally more likely to cooperate with household rules and develop positive behavioral patterns that benefit everyone in the family. Sometimes the smallest, most routine aspects of cat care make the biggest difference in your feline companion's overall happiness, health, and trust in you as their caregiver. Tasks like regular grooming, nail trimming, maintaining a clean litter box, and paying attention to potential health issues like hairballs might seem mundane or insignificant, but these details represent major quality of life factors in the world of cats. Neglecting these seemingly minor responsibilities can make your cat feel ignored, uncomfortable, or even stressed about their basic living conditions. Consider the litter box situation from your cat's perspective. Would you feel comfortable using a bathroom that hadn't been cleaned in several days? That's exactly what it's like for a cat when their litter box is neglected, dirty, or inadequately maintained. This discomfort can lead to elimination problems, anxiety about using the bathroom, and even urinary health issues that require veterinary intervention. Regular grooming serves multiple important purposes beyond simply keeping your cat's coat looking beautiful and shiny. Grooming helps prevent the formation of painful mats and tangles, reduces the risk of uncomfortable and potentially dangerous hairballs, allows you to check for skin problems or parasites, and provides valuable bonding time between you and your cat. Many cats also find the grooming process relaxing and enjoyable when it's done gently and consistently. Nail trimming, while often challenging for both cats and their owners, is essential for preventing overgrown claws that can become painful or even grow into the paw pads. Regular nail maintenance also reduces the damage caused by scratching and helps maintain your cat's ability to climb, balance, and defend themselves appropriately. The key to success with these routine care tasks lies in starting early, being patient and gentle, and creating positive associations with each activity. Many cats can learn to tolerate or even enjoy grooming and nail trimming when these activities are introduced gradually and paired with treats, praise, or other rewards they value. A happy, healthy cat is one that feels loved and cared for down to the smallest details of their daily life. When you consistently attend to these basic needs, you're communicating to your cat that they are valued, important, and worthy of your time and attention. This foundation of care and respect forms the basis of a strong, trusting relationship that will benefit both of you for years to come. The relationship between humans and cats is built on mutual respect, understanding, and consistent care that honors their unique needs and natural behaviors. Every interaction you have with your feline companion either strengthens or weakens the trust between you, making it crucial to approach your relationship with knowledge, patience, and genuine appreciation for their individual personality and preferences. Remember that cats are complex individuals with their own emotional needs, communication styles, and comfort levels. What works for one cat may not work for another, and successful relationships require ongoing observation, adaptation, and respect for boundaries. The cats who trust their humans most deeply are those who feel safe, understood, and valued for who they are, rather than who their owners want them to be. By avoiding the common mistakes outlined in this guide and focusing on positive, respectful interactions, you can build a relationship with your cat that brings joy, comfort, and companionship to both of your lives. The effort you invest in understanding and respecting your cat's needs will be returned many times over in the form of affection, trust, and the unique bond that makes cat ownership such a rewarding experience. If you found these insights helpful and want to strengthen your relationship with your feline friend, please subscribe to our channel for more expert advice on cat care and behavior. Share this video with fellow cat lovers who could benefit from these important tips and help us build a community of informed, caring cat parents who are dedicated to giving their feline companions the love and respect they deserve. Your cat's happiness and well-being depend on the knowledge and care you provide, and together we can ensure that every cat receives the understanding and respect they need to thrive.